So, just a quick elaboration, or how do you say it? Uh, just a quick showing of how little time people actually spend having sex. You know, it's for young men. It's their whole life. How many bumps? How many things can I touch? How can I make it last? How can I have as much as possible? Completely befounded by lust and this stupid cultural Marxist society where everything is about lust and everything is about how many women you can have. And just to show you in general a little bit how completely retarded that is, to make it the prime factor of your life. So let's see. I asked TGP, he gives me some nonsense. I've already calculated before, so I know about roughly. Let's say you have sex during these ages, and then you have the average is about once a week. So here it calculates how many weeks there is over these 42 years, which is so many weeks. And then you have one time a week is about the average. So then it did some stupid calculation, doesn't know how to do. And it lasts about 7 or 8 minutes, I think. There are different studies that say different things. 15 minutes, 7 minutes. I think it's about, let's say, 8 minutes, maybe a bit on the low side. But I think that's about correct. I think it was 7 minutes. Just to give you a rough picture, you can... A rough estimate, it's very low. So, it did the calculation on how many times spent on sex. And I think even this is on the high side, honestly. If you have once a week during all those years, once a week, you're probably going to be dry spells, times with your wife where you're just not doing anything. So I think this is still quite on the high side, actually. So if you look at it, it's just ridiculously low, but it's probably maybe even half. I think once every 2 weeks maybe is probably more, maybe even 3 weeks. I think maybe even just 4 weeks on average, honestly. So it could be 4 times as low, but anyways, it comes down to 300 hours. It sounds much, but in a whole lifetime, it is not much. So then you have total hours in a lifetime. Did some calculation. 70 times. This is how much there is, or whatever. So it did this right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know I did this right. It's like 24 hours, so many days, and then 70 years. So it's that number. And then I had to calculate it myself because it's math. It's not neither me and him are good at math. So you get down to this, and then to this again. And it comes down to this many hours in a total lifetime. So if you then do this, I didn't do it right, as usual. But it helped me a little bit. So then it did it right. This had to be first. So 300 something in English, and times 100. And then you get down to this number. So this is the amount of time you supposedly would spend on sex. Now it might be half as low, it might be 2 times as low. So this is 100th, this is a 1000th, this is a 10,000. So a 10,000th part of your life is spent on sex. So this is how a Dutch accent sounds. This is not my first language. A 10,000th time is spent on sex. It's like the blink of an eye that in life you are doing sex. So why would you be so worried about sex and how much sex you have? Please get real. So, and then this is a huge obsession, obviously, for whatever reason. It is what it is. Then, even you can add to this just a small, like how many fights are you really gonna be in realistically in life? Let's say on average 3, probably. It's probably on the high side, but let's say 3, and they last about 2 minutes, like actual physical fights. That's 6 minutes, so that's come down to basically like a millionth of your life, which is it is very low. 100, 10,000, 100,000. No, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000. Yeah, million. So, or 9 million. I don't fucking know. So, extremely little. So, for sex, it was about 10,000 0.04% or 0.02 or 1%, something about that number. Maybe even if you have, even if it's high, it's not going to be that high. Still, Kabbalah would be around 1,000 or 4,000, 10,000 or whatever. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, fist fight is gonna be millionth, so it's like nothing. So yeah, it's like a blink of an eye, even much less than that. So and then some of you Andrew Tate fans might say, well, you know, those 2 minutes, those 2 times 6 minutes in your life, they can make all the difference. Yeah, good. I mean, I guess if you go to the gym or do some sort of martial arts, you're probably gonna out be better than a guy anyways. But realistically, how much percent of the time does that even occur in a way, in a peaceful Christian society at least? And how many times can you subdue the fight if you would really try to go for peace? How many times would that probably be realistically possible? Especially if you're a Christian, you know, like you say, God bless you, man, I don't want any trouble, you know, we can work this out, or you say, I rebuke this aggression in the name of Jesus, or they do some prayer kind of thing. Like, you probably could basically be never in a fight, realistically, basically about never. So, the point of the video is, these sex and fighting things, these bodily, you know, obsessions that everyone is so concerned with, they're nothing. They're gonna be a fraction of your life. And it would be much more powerful if you could walk with Christ, have your life devoted, rooted in God, with its wisdom and its power. And you don't have to worry about sex and fighting in any case, because it's about nothing. So just try to find happiness with yourself, with your own self, within yourself, with prayer, with love, with just a good life. This is a good tip. And yeah, there are gonna be rascals and people that are not good, that should be punished, and they're gonna be virtually nothing. And I say about 3% in psychology of people are psychopaths. That's about 3%, you know. That's not many people. And then there's sometimes a little bit psychopathic, you know. They have a hard time empathy and all that. Okay, that's sometimes. Most of them, they're probably nice people. And you know, everyone is a human. Everyone has feelings. Everyone has a heart. You know, you can't convince me that doesn't exist. There's some people that are very far gone, but I don't think anybody's really too far gone. And it's only a small percentage of the time. So, yeah, they're gonna be messed up people out there. But you know, carry some pepper spray, carry a cross, say a prayer. Yeah, life's pretty safe. Like the whole mind and the whole culture that doesn't think, it doesn't analyze, it doesn't go for wisdom. They completely blow everything up. It's completely fake, everything. So, you know, just try to enjoy yourself, man. Thank you.
Beat made by Swerve.